Spring is in the air here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina today as we are experiencing above normal temperatures here for this time of year. Much better than the last week or so. We are increasing in temperature, and that is expected to stay throughout this week and only get warmer as the week progresses out to about Friday. We are looking here at the 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook, pretty much ranging near normal for that 6 to 10 day period, and that'll get us out to about the 3rd of March. And then moving on here to the 8 to 14 day temperature probability outlook, a little bit of a dip in the jet stream looks to bring a little bit of cooler air to our area, but relatively sticking around that normal. We will see much cooler air up in the New England, down into the Pennsylvania area, and parts of the mid-Atlantic, stretching down into the western portions of South Carolina. But overall, we will remain here on the coast relatively around normal. Right now, we are watching a thunderstorm risk here in portions of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, as this tropical storm-like low pressure system is dumping a ton of rain here on those areas today and extending into tomorrow, where portions of southern Florida will start to see the effects of this system as it moves across the state of Florida down towards the southern area, Tampa, and those areas. Expect to see a significant amount of rainfall over the next 24 hours or so. As for here on the Grand Strand, high pressure is built in, and it expects to stay that way for the majority of this week, bringing us some beautiful temperatures. We will discuss this and our next weather maker right here on this week's episode of the Coastal Cast. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Coastal Cast. I am Andrew Houston with Myrtle Beach Aware, and I'm excited to bring you some much warmer temperatures here this week. We are looking at a significant warm-up compared to last week, and we're super excited about that. So we are ready to get rid of this cold air and move right on into Myrtle Beach weather here. So we are down in the southeast, and we expect to see that warm weather and get out on the beaches and enjoy our week. So this is going to be a very good week to be able to do that, and only getting progressively warmer as the week goes on. So right now, we are looking at current temperatures here along the Grand Strand. We are looking right now, North Myrtle Beach and Myrtle Beach are sitting at 55 degrees, right near 60. Conway's 61, extending out into portions of Kingstree, 61, Marion, 59, Florence, 60. So we're sticking right around that 55 to 60 degrees. Moncks Corner and Charleston, they're closer to that 65 degrees here right now this afternoon. As of 2:11 p.m. is when I'm recording this here for you guys today. But overall, much better temperatures compared to what we were dealing with even yesterday, and definitely on Friday, as we struggled to get out of the 30s and into the 40s on Friday. And here we are, a significant difference. Some areas over 20 degree difference in 20 to 30 degree difference in temperature just over the last about 48 hours. So we are looking forward to seeing these temperatures increase as the week goes on. You can see we are under some high pressure here, some influence of high pressure here, and we do have a little bit of a small disturbance up here over Asheville and things like that, that is working its way through, but not causing any kind of precipitation by any means. You can see here as we look at these local radars here. And obviously, if you look out your window here in South Carolina, it is a beautiful, gorgeous day here, and temps are on the increase. So we're super excited to see some warmer temperatures as the week progresses here. Now, what are we talking about as far as the weather moving out towards the rest of the week here? Mostly beautiful here, but we are looking, obviously watching that system there in Florida. That's really the only thing we're watching right now, as it is occurring right now. So, but we can take a look here at some models as we move through the rest of the week here. We'll get rid of that. But looking down here, you can see down here in Florida, that low pressure system. I say tropical storm-like low pressure system because it is bringing a lot of rain and a little bit of wind down to these areas. of Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and those other places here as it treks kind of southeast, and it will eventually cross the southern portions of Florida and then out to sea, following kind of that high pressure, where that high pressure is over here in the Atlantic. That's about where the center of that system will go. So as we track out over the next 24 hours, you can see that low pressure system working over Florida tomorrow, roughly in the afternoon. Right now we're looking at the 1 p.m. So this is what conditions could look like in 1 p.m. tomorrow. And then eventually that system works its way off the coast and out to sea with the fishes. And right behind it, that brings that center of high pressure into western portions of South Carolina and North Carolina, bringing with it some beautiful warm weather as we work through the rest of the week. And out to Wednesday here, you start seeing an area of low pressure start forming up here over the Ohio Valley and Midwest. And as that stretches to the east, southeast, we will start seeing, actually the center of low pressure is going to move northeast. This system is going to spread southeast here and move across South Carolina Thursday night and overnight into Friday morning. So whereas by 7 a.m. Friday, that system will be out of here, can bring us some showers and storms late in the evening and overnight hours. Can't roll out a thunderstorm here associated with this line as we go through. So what are we thinking that's going to look like here on radar? So let's move that, and we will hone in here on South Carolina and kind of see what we expect that time frame to kind of look like, as far as what the weather could look like here for us here in South Carolina as this system works its way through. So let me get back to my model here. So here we are, 10 a.m. on Thursday. Showers and storms start to work their way in through the western portions of Georgia and out in Tennessee. And by about 1 p.m., we're starting to see those showers and storms start working into the western portions of South Carolina out near Greenville. And then Greenville, just past Greenville by 4 p.m., Columbia by 7 p.m., and over here to the coast around 10, and eventually by 4 a.m., that system is completely out of here. Are we expecting any kind of severe weather from this? Well, there is a little bit, when you get close out here to the Columbia area, there is a slight risk there that you could see maybe a severe thunderstorm as this line is approaching. Again, this is pretty far out yet, so we will continue to monitor that situation there. But overall, this is going to be a pretty quick moving system here, so I don't think we have too much to worry about that right there. We can look at the severe characteristics here. Let's take a peek at the supercell composite. This is really going to show us, that risk for those severe thunderstorms as the day progresses there on Thursday going into Friday. And again, ever so light of a blip here out in portions of Georgia, the Atlanta area and things. And earlier today, that was stretching up in here to the portions of western South Carolina, but that has since kind of decreased a little bit. So there's not a lot of instability here associated with this line as it's working through. So I'm not expecting to see any severe weather in portions of western South Carolina. Definitely not here on the coast, but we can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two associated with that system. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we get closer here throughout the week. But as far as that is pretty much our only weather maker. Now, that is going to bring along with it a cold front. And that cold front will bring us some cooler temperatures behind it. So what are we looking at here as far as temperatures go? Let me pull up. We're going to take a peek at the temperature anomaly here, and we can just kind of watch that cold front kind of work across the state here. If we back up just a little bit, we'll run this back to today, and we'll work at temperatures looking out through the week here. Right now you can see today, as of this morning at 7 a.m., we were about 5 degrees below normal. And as we work through the day, that we are looking into Monday at 7 a.m. We are right on target, near normal, maybe 1 or 2 degrees below normal for tomorrow. And we'll take a look at what exactly those temperatures are here in a minute. But you can see as we work our way through the week, Monday and Tuesday going to be the coolest days of the week. And then eventually we get out to Wednesday, Thursday, where we are expecting to see the warmest temperatures of the week. And you can see that cold front start working its way through. This is going to be Thursday and into Friday, bringing with it some cooler air, but overall coming into Saturday afternoon, we are looking about 7 degrees, 6 to 7 degrees below normal for that period of time here. So overall, not a significant cool down by any means, but it's definitely going to be a little bit cooler. You may have to throw a light jacket on if you're going out during the day time hours. And as we look out to Sunday, we do warm up a little bit more. And into Monday, we do see a little bit larger cool down as we do have a dry cold front working its way through Sunday into Monday. Not looking to bring us a ton of precipitation by any means, if any at all, but is going to drop our temperatures just slightly as we go through Monday and Tuesday of the following week. So this will be discussed next week on next week's episode of the Coastal Cast, but just kind of giving you an idea of what to look out for here as we move through the next 7 to 10 days here. But we're going to stick our forecast to that 5-day forecast and kind of go from there. What does this look like as far as temperatures, actual temperatures here for us as we go through the week? We'll take a look at that here. You are looking today, we're pushing up near 70. We're getting roughly close to 70 degrees. Not quite going to hit that 70-degree mark here in most areas, but we are definitely trending closer to that here today. As we go through the overnight hours, we're looking lows in the 40s, up near 50 degrees for lows for tomorrow. Or I apologize, for today. Let's move into Monday. So Monday morning, we are looking at lows right near 40 degrees there for tomorrow. And, oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me go all the way back here. We're not looking at today. There we go. Now I look at the dates, right? We get the dates. So, Sunday today, getting close to that 70-degree mark, but not quite getting there. But as we look forward to Monday here, now that we got the right days, lows right near 50 tomorrow. And we're looking at highs around 60 to 65 degrees tomorrow, and stretching out to Tuesday and into Wednesday, highs looking around that 67 to 69 degrees. So we're going to be somewhere in between those two there for Wednesday. And Thursday is where we really see that significant warm up here, 68 to 71 degrees here along the coast. A little bit warmer as you go inland. But as we work Thursday and into Friday, you can see that well-defined cold front here on this map. You can definitely see where that shift from warmer temperatures to the cooler temperatures, and that's like almost a 10 degree, 15 degree drop there as we go through the overnight hours into Friday. And by Friday morning, we have lows in the 40s right here along the coast, 41 inland, and overall, not a significant temperature drop, but we are looking at highs on Friday in the 50s, near 60 degrees. So definitely not a huge drop in temperature, but you may need a light jacket if you're going out during the day. But working through Saturday and into Sunday, let's pull up Sunday here as that cold front will advance through a little bit Sunday into a Monday, and by 7 a.m. on Monday we are looking at highs in the upper 30s, right around 40 degrees, or lows, sorry, and then highs for the day we are looking at around 55 to 60 degrees roughly. and then kind of quickly warming up as we go through the rest of next week. And by Wednesday, we are back in the 70s yet again. So we do expect to see these cool downs, and kind of, this weather pattern is still, we're still in winter time, so we haven't quite hit the springtime yet, but that weather pattern is going to be up and down. At this point, the jet stream's kind of shifting a little bit, and we do expect to see these dips up here in the northeast, and that's going to bring along with it some of those Alberta clippers and different things, and we'll show you that here as the models kind of trend out. But I think we're done here for this year with these Arctic blasts as we kind of move towards spring here and work our way out. But you can see here out by Sunday the 9th, we are sitting at 75 degrees. So we're going to follow these models here and see. Here we push 80 here near on the 10th. We're near 80 degrees. So definitely looking at trending upward here and not back downward. We are definitely looking at hopefully some spring like weather and temperature starting to work their way in. Now we are not, there's still that chance March and April where our weather can kind of flip up and down, and we can see some significant cool downs as we move through the next month and a half, and get out towards the real meteorological spring. So for this week, we are definitely going to be feeling like spring. I can guarantee you that. As far as moving out here towards the rest of the month here, here's where we can start seeing some of those Alberta clippers start working their way down through. This is a good one here out on the 1st here. We're looking very quick moving systems to bring some snow to portions of the northeast. Very quick storms. I think the high accumulating snowstorms at this point are pretty much over for us for most of the year and most of the United States. There will be some storms that this storm here looks like it wants to bring some heavier snow amounts here out towards the 6th that we're keeping an eye on, which could potentially bring some severe weather to the southeast and the parts of Dixie Alley, so that have already seen significant amount of tornadoes here this year. But so we're watching these systems as we kind of move through the rest of February and into March. As we roll through, here's another system. Looks like it could bring some snow to portions of central Pennsylvania, western portions of the state. Look to get some freezing rain from that. But again, these are all way too far out. So we'll see how these materialize as we get a little bit closer to them. But the weather pattern is changing, and things are looking up here for the southeast. So we will see how things progress as we move forward into the month of March already. If you can believe it, March is here. So overall, not too bad as we work into the beginning of March here. So again, looking at high temperatures today, we're going to be right around that 60 degree mark, and throughout the evening tonight, and a beautiful weekend ahead for us. So get out and enjoy this beautiful week as we move through. Our next weather maker, like I said, Friday. The good thing is it's going to be in the overnight hours and out of here before you ever even wake up Friday morning. So that's all I have here for this week. I hope you guys enjoy this Coastal Cast episode and enjoy your week ahead. If you haven't done so yet and you're watching us on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button and hit the bell button to receive notifications. We do go live during severe weather events, so you want to follow along for the most recent forecasts and warnings in your area. We will be watching this system in Florida as it treks across, but right now not looking to see anything severe with that system. We do expect to see a lot of rain falling in Florida. However, we will keep an eye on that, as well as the system working through for Friday. If anything changes with that forecast, you will be the first to know. We will always keep you aware. You focus on staying safe, and we'll make sure you stay aware.